Hey everybody, I am back and going to show you another technique with the photo paper and alcohol and also just plain water. So I have a previous video out there with photo paper experimenting with acrylic inks and alcohol and the back and front of photo paper, and it came out well like this, which is okay, which I'm going to do something with this, but in the meantime, I've got an even better technique that creates neater effects with just plain cheap markers that I got from the Dollar Tree. So this is a set of 20 made by Jot. And actually these are washable, so maybe that's why this works better. I'll have to get another set that's not washable because this not only works with alcohol but with just plain water. So when this dries, it you can continually manipulate this with water in your brush, whatever, but it makes the neatest like watercolor effects. And don't mind my fingernails, I'll get to them later. All right, so I've started already filling in some color, and I'm just randomly going to scribble on some color, and I have a piece of wax paper under here because I know I'm just going to get this everywhere. I didn't realize those were washable though. That's pretty cool. So I'll try it again. I might have to do another video with regular markers that are not washable. So these, I would say, they're just kid versions, just really cheap, not permanent. So I think this is why it works so much better with this photo paper. So I'm just going to put some similar colors together so that they don't make mud when they're blended. So I've got a purple and a pink, and let's see, I'll do a blue. And then after the blue, I think I'll do a green, because I want not only just light colors, I want a range. And you can do the edges. So the first thing I'm going to do is just drop some alcohol, and I'm using 91% isopropyl alcohol. I think I got it from Walmart or Family Dollar or something, and just put them in these things. And I think I got this from the craft store. So it's got like a little pointer, and we're just going to drip across here, slap it on here, and see what happens. And I'm going to zoom you in. Let's see, just a second. Let me get you zoomed in so you can see better. There you go. So now you're going to, now my hand's going to be huge, but you know, at least you can see better what's going on. Now, isn't that cool? So this is like a cool meditative, like, craft or something that you could do. You could just sit here and do this all day. I mean, like I said, once this thing dries, you can just keep on adding alcohol. You can add water. I'm just gonna just let this drip and kind of blend together a little bit. And then I've got also a spray bottle. I guess we should get these edges here. Get these edges with the spray. You see how that just right away just dissolves it. And then we can just take another piece of photo paper and just let it drip on top of that if you want, so that we're not wasting anything. And you can, once this is dry, you can go over it again with marker and just keep spraying it, keep dropping alcohol. I don't know if it has to be 91% alcohol or if it could be a less amount. It probably could. But that is really cool. So I am going to put this one aside and we'll just do some more. Let's see. Let's do, I want some darker. Let's do this green. And I've got a little bit of alcohol on this. Yeah, there's a little bit dripped on this. And I hope this noise isn't bothering you, because it's kind of annoying me right now. So let's do green, and we'll do the blue again. And you can just go over top of the green if you want. And Dollar Tree sells photo paper too, and it's the 8 by 10, I think, or 8.5 by 11, one of those sizes. So they have a bigger stash. This stash was what I got. Everything this size of photo paper at my thrift store is always like 75 to 79 cents. So if I see these, I pick them up. I snatch them up every time. But the thrift store had the bigger sizes, and they were like $2.99, and I just didn't want to pay $2.99 or $3. This is supposed to be red, but it looks, I don't know if that's probably going to turn to mud there. That is not really red, at least not on the back of this. Here, this pink looks more red. Let's see, and then let's do some orange. And it's really neat to see how the colors mix together, watch them flow together. And I know there's the similar technique with alcohol inks, but like I said in my last video, I don't have alcohol ink, so this is just as good. So let's I'm just like throwing this on here. Is that not cool? I mean, you can just, if you want, you can just drip a little bit at a time if you want. And I'm just gonna let it run together. And this is so cool. Now the problem with these markers anyway, I don't know. I guess if you didn't have washable markers, you may not be able to go over and wipe this clean, because I think, even when it's dry, you can, just wipe this clean and it's back to just completely white. So yeah, that's going to have to be another video where I get non-washable markers and see what it does. But is that not pretty? The vibrant colors and just a neat background. And here's the first one we did, and it's drying. And most of it is dry. I like that right there, the dark spots. I think, so you can go back in. I'm just going to go back in and fill in again. Let me get my pink. And we're just randomly putting this together. As long as you're not putting complementary colors side by side, you won't get mud. So you want colors on the color wheel that are analogous, I guess, which are in the same family, not opposites. So like blue and orange, if I put orange next to blue and they mix together, you're going to get a brownish muddy color. And if that's what you want, then you know, that's fine. But if you don't want that, you want to make sure that you don't put those colors side by side. I think I'll go back in with this purple. And we'll do it again. So, I mean, you could do this all day on just one sheet. And I have plans for this, for an 8 by 10. Or maybe even larger, because I have a roll. I found a roll at the thrift store. It was like, I don't know how many feet of HP photo paper. So just let that kind of merge together. And then we'll just let that go. And I'm going to show you real quick on the second one. Like, let's see if some of this is dry. Okay, so it's still nice. Get it on my shirt. We need to let this dry enough to where I can show you what else you could do with this. I'll just blow. I do not want to edit. I really don't want to edit my videos because it takes so long, and it takes long enough to like upload these and process these that I'll just blow on this. I guess I could wait till they're dry and come back. That's what I'll do. I'm going to dry these. Maybe I'll make some more. Wait for them to dry, and I'll come back and I'll piece the two clips together. I will be right back when these are dry. Okay, so I've done 4 of these backgrounds, and they're not completely dry, but dry enough, I think, to show you what I wanted to show you. So this one I sprayed like a lot of alcohol on, and then I would like let it drip onto another piece that was already that already had some marker on it and alcohol, and just let it drip. And so then it creates these little areas here, and just kind of let it just tilt it, and it just creates some pretty cool looks. And the same with this one. So these areas are where I let like some drippage from another piece of photo paper onto this. Now the technique I want to show you would work, I think works better with darker colors, will show up better. So this is, I have a stamp block here, and since these markers, I'm guessing it's the marker and really not the paper itself, will work with water because they're washable. You can wet the stamp, and I'll do one that's got a bigger design here. So I'm just taking my finger and dipping it in some water, and I'm just rubbing my finger over the top, and then I'm going to get rid of some of that excess, and I'm going to stamp this over top of this dark area. Let go, lift it up, and now you have this cool stamp. So this is this cool watercolor technique. And then I'm going to take watercolor look anyway, and then I'm just going to take a paper towel and just pick up the excess. And then you've got, you know, some waste paper you can use for something else. So I thought that was pretty neat. So I think, you know, you could also use a stencil, and because I can take my paintbrush and dip it in water and then just remove the excess. So I'm dipping my paintbrush in water and I'm removing the excess water, and you can actually go over, so it's kind of like a negative painting. So you can just, wherever you want more white to show, you can go over this, and as you can see, it just wipes away that paint. So I mean, you can use these over and over again. This would be just a cool craft projects for kids. And like I said, I don't think that you need 91% alcohol for this. So I'm going to play around with it and create like a finished piece of something. And I'm going to show it to you later, and maybe by this weekend I'll have something. So this is like so cool because I was playing around. So if I wanted, let's say I wanted to do a zebra and I wanted zebra stripes, so I could just wipe away around the zebra stripes, and then what's left is the color here. And I don't remember how zebra stripes go, but so then, okay, so I could wipe around. And the less water you use on your brush, the less marker you will be taking away. Hold on. And so there's that. Now, since these are not permanent and they're washable and probably they're not light fast, I would assume. So if you're wanting to use this as something and you want to protect it, I would suggest laminating these. Also, there's clear contact paper that you can put over top, so then that's going to keep it from getting wet and ruining your work. And I would, like if I created a finished piece that I was really proud of and I wanted to keep, I would scan it in and then make prints of it. So there's those and just some ideas. So I believe you could have stencils, put your stencil over top, then you could wet like just very damp, not a very damp, slightly dampen a sponge or a paper towel and just stamp over top of your stencil, and that will wipe away some of the marker. And so there you have it, and I really like it, and I want to complete some projects with it and just show you, I think this is very versatile, and it would be cool on a bigger piece of paper. And like I said, I would probably scan it in, and if I wanted to sell prints or whatever, print it off on a inkjet printer or whatever. So that is all I have for today. And please, if you like this video and you want to see more experiments, more crafts, new ideas, whatever, arts and crafts, just please like, share if you know anybody else that's interested in this kind of stuff, and subscribe. And I appreciate you guys watching, and I'm growing in subscribers every week, very slowly, but I'm going to continue and push on and come up with a lot more ideas for you guys. So thank you for watching. Bye.